Elegy for men who have remained boys. This is an elegy for the lost ones, for those who like to manipulate the world, finding people like hardened putty in your hands, crumbling them into pelleted bullets, or willing them to bend when they refuse to break. This is for those who know it's their own fault, who know a sour so sweet we crave puckered lips against our own. We are the guilt heavies. We are the egotistical cellar dwellers. Power is an addiction we constantly are buying from others. Always withdraw in our weaknesses. I tell myself, I am a man. There is never a time for tears. Even as a boy, I wiped them clean like simple sweat, let my shirt stain with snot and snare hang past my knees when I knew my uncle's palms felt wrong on my young body, when I didn't know every time he said, let's play our game again, it was another way of saying, let me take from you the rest of your life. Everything that is pure, unblemished. He made me a silent copy of myself. But I always felt like a god living in hidden spaces, even shadows avoided. I felt control holding tears until over years I transformed into a river, steadily moving, carrying myself into an open ocean vastly unexplored. I found dams constructed of steel at the base of my mouth whenever someone asked me this question as a child. Did he hurt you? This is an elegy for every time we've answered no. And every moment answered yes in the hush of our lying breaths. Yes, he did nothing wrong. Yes, you deserved everything that is done to you. What you are is because of him, because of him, because of him. Yes, I am a monster for the way I've spent my entire life seeing people just as he saw my frame, a plastic figurine in a box that stopped playing music. I am a man. And isn't this just what men do? Blame others for our subterranean loneliness, stand guarded until we are feverish ghosts, turn pain into weapons locked loaded with depression, until we are the embodiment of every genocide, murdercide plaguing the earth, walking bombs ticking down since our day of birth. I am a man. I left this thing called boyhood before I could tie my own shoes, before I knew the difference between there, before I knew that black skin was akin to a prison sentence. I am a man. And isn't this just an elegy for my excuses? How there are never any good enough to cover all my mistakes, how we have allowed ourselves to remain quiet in the face of a failing world, how we have held the love of others so close to our chest and still felt almost nothing. Still made the unbroken bend permanently until they are forever scarred, still made them into projectiles aimed at everyone but our own temples. My father used to call me his little fortune cookie. I felt sunny, like I held all of life's sweetness deep in my body. He would take me to baseball games, even though I could never hit the ball, put me on his shoulders like he was Atlas, and I was all there was to lose. I felt like a man. But thinking back on it, that must be why he left so long ago. because he must have known that even then all my sweetness had been stripped from inside. And it really must have scared him, knowing that fortune cookie boys like me were only created to be broken.